Hello, women of the world. Welcome to Her Vision, Her Empire, where we celebrate the strength, ambition, and dreams of women like you who are forging their own paths in the world of entrepreneurship. Remember, it's time to build your empire, one vision at a time. Hey everyone, I am your host, Sadie, and welcome to episode 5. Today we're going to interview an amazing person. Her name is Amanda Martin. Welcome to the show, Amanda. How are you doing today?
Hello, good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, could you please introduce yourself? Like, what are your hobbies? How many kids do you have?
Yes, I am a teacher. I'm a virtual teacher. So I work from home and teach fifth grade. I actually teach fourth grade, fifth grade, and sixth grade reading. I've been a teacher for about 10 years. I have 2 littles. I have 2 toddlers under 4. And my husband and I both work from home. So we spend a lot of time all together as a family, which is great. I love it, but it's a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
We love to do things outdoors. We're always like going to the parks and like going on like walks on the trail and playing outside. We have a dog. My husband and I are in a band together. So I play in like a local orchestra.
That's awesome.
We try to like keep busy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's so fun. So you are doing digital marketing, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what brought you into that?
So actually, I feel like it goes back kind of far. I remember when I was dating my now husband, I kind of figured out like the structure of the way people were making money with blogs. And I feel like blogging's been around forever, but I remember when I realized that every website you went to, you were putting in your email address to get some kind of like download. And I will never forget sitting in the grocery store parking lot and I like watched a video or something, but I figured it out. Like every blog has an opt-in page. I didn't know what it was called at the time. And this is how they're making money. And I have started we've started like 3 or 4 blogs, and I've started like different websites because I've been on this mission to figure out how to make money. My dad is an entrepreneur. So I've always known like I just need that lifestyle. Like we grew up going on vacations whenever. So I've been really on a search to figure out how to make money for years online. But it wasn't until like, I want to say probably February of this year, I started seeing everybody selling the Legendary Marketer course. And I was like, okay, $7, I can do this. And that course was honestly the best $7 I spent because it taught me what a funnel was. I had known about a funnel, but I didn't know how to set it up.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't have the amount to purchase the like upsell for it. But then I found the Learner Preference Online course, and I knew that that was like my next step. So it's kind of been like a work in progress, but I feel like each step has led me to the next one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Sorry,
kind
I
of
was
how I
just
came
plugging
to
in
be
my
where I am.
laptop. I forgot. Yeah, that's exciting. And you said your dad's an entrepreneur, so you have it in your blood.
Yes, I grew up like ask off work, or we would go. I mean, we took pretty nice trips. Like we would go to Costa Rica and stuff. I mean, and my dad at the time, it was like not a big deal. We would just go. And now my husband and I, we had campers and stuff growing up, and we want to get a camper, a travel trailer. And we're like, how are we ever going to do this? And I was like, well, we have to figure out how to make more money. Like we need to
Yeah.
have time freedom, and location freedom. Like we need to be able to bring in income and do it wherever we want, whenever we want on our terms, because the lifestyle that I want to live,
Yeah.
teacher lifestyle, and also just having kids. Like my mom was a stay-at-home mom and we did things. My parents were involved, and it was kind of, we went to school, but it was on our terms. Like I want to homeschool. So I want to be able to do things throughout the day, but same kind of idea. Like I want the freedom to be able to do the things that we want to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I mean, you grew up in that environment already, and you want your family to experience that too. But I love that, the freedom, financial freedom, and then the freedom to make memories with your kids and
Right.
really just do whatever you want. That's great.
Yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
you want.
Yes. We always joke about how we were joking with some family yesterday because I was like, whenever we go on vacation, right now, it's like little short vacations. And by the time we get there, by the time I get settled down to relax, it's time to leave. I'm like,
Yeah.
go like 2 weeks. Like I just want to pack up, travel, and go 2 weeks. And now I feel like once you see digital marketing, you see that side of a funnel, you can't unsee it. And
Right.
now
Yeah.
you can't not have an online business when you know about the magic of how it works. So
Mm-hmm.
pretty neat.
Yep. Yeah. And you learned so much just from that $7 course. I took it as well. And you learned so much. I learned, I think the main takeaway that I got from it was obviously the funnel, but also the mindset change. I thought
Yes.
that was a big thing too. And then I took the other course, Learn and Earn Profits Online as well, like you did. And I'm still going through it, but
I
there's a
am too.
lot.
There's so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. There's a lot and a lot of information. And it just, even if you aren't looking to be a digital marketer, it helps you in so many other ways too, whether it just being mindset to like have a better mindset about money, or like if you already have another business, then it really just kind of solidifies the online like social media role that it has with your business. Yeah, that's great.
Because I've been kind of trying to figure out exactly like who I want to talk to. And
Yeah.
there's so many different ways you can talk to. That's what I think is the beauty about it is like if you wanted to talk to people who have no idea how to run a business online, it works for that. If you want to talk to, like, I was going through it and I was making notes about stuff from my dad because I'm like, oh my gosh, he could use this. Oh my gosh, he could use this. So like for
Yeah.
other businesses, it works for you. I was on one of the lives, I think it was the Instagram live they were doing. And a lady hopped on and she was like, I'm going through the course, but I'm a realtor. And she's like, these realtors need to have this course. And I was like, it works for them. Like it's so
Yeah.
many people that this course specific, I'm talking about the course specifically, but this course really helps.
Mm-hmm.
It really is like unmatched for especially for the price that you pay for it. It's just mind blowing how it works.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. So which platforms do you use to do the digital marketing?
I'm mostly on Instagram. I have it
Okay.
connected to my Facebook. I have not touched TikTok
No, that's okay.
at all. But I stick to Instagram. And then at one point I was doing YouTube a little bit, but I haven't been keeping up with YouTube, but mostly Instagram. I'm trying to master
Okay.
Instagram, like really get it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's great. Um, what what goals do you have for your business and with your family? I know you said a couple of them to be able to travel and be
Yeah.
financially free and stuff, but
I really, I think it would be amazing if I could match my teacher salary because even though I work from home, it's a lot of flexibility. I love it. It still obviously is demanding. Like it takes away from my time with my children in
right.
the prime time, like the morning time when we work like opposite schedules and my mom will come and help. But like my mom's with them or my husband's with them during the time that I want to be with them. And then when I'm done working, I'm tired still. So I'm home, but it still is taking from me. I still want to be.
Right.
So that is like a goal for me to be able to just be focused on just them. And I
Mhm.
really want to be able to get to a place where like I have big dreams. I told my husband I want to be able to like gift somebody a house or like a car. Like something that would be such an impact. Like could you imagine like being like cuz we've been there like struggling to make your mortgage payment and then like that somebody just gives you a house. Like I just think that would be
Yeah.
the coolest thing like to give in ways that are uncommon. I want to be able to do that. So
Oh yeah, for
I think
sure.
that
Like
would be really really cool.
that's amazing. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's
Um
my goals. Obviously, I
yeah.
job, but take it to camper and buy a camper. Do some house
Yeah.
renovations, but those are my big dreams.
Oh yeah, you have to have small ones to get to your big ones.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
mhm. Can you give us an overview of your digital marketing business and kind of your your why for doing it, and maybe your audience, what you're focusing on.
Okay. So I guess like really when I first started, I saw everybody just saying like talking to stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
If you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to make money. And I kind of jumped on that train. But then it kind of started hitting me that like I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I'm also a working mom. But I'm also a teacher because people were talking to nurses and the teachers. And so I kind of feel like I struggled with like who to talk to. Like, do I talk to the teachers? Do I talk to the stay-at-home moms? Because those are two different pain points really in a
Hmm.
sense. Then I kind of realized that like one approach of talking to like stay-at-home moms or people who don't have any idea about running a business, like it's a little bit more difficult because you have to get to their mind. Like does that make sense? You have to change your mindset almost like about business.
Yeah.
So now I'm really, really trying to like focus on helping people who know about the potential of making money online, but they don't know like the steps because I feel like you are ready for action. And that's kind of where I was. I knew about it. I knew I had it in me to make money on my own. I wasn't like against the hard work, but I just needed somebody to show me how. And I
Yeah.
feel like our generation like is in that gap of like I didn't grow up on social media in middle school and high
Mhm.
school, but there are people who are doing it at a young age. But I know about it because I did grow up having the internet. So it's like there's a gap I feel like I'm trying to help close and just like help businesses that they have a really good product or they have a really good structure, but they need that social media piece. So that's
Yeah.
kind of there. But right now I have two offers that I'm offering. I have the Learn to Earn Profits course, and then I just came out with a Success on Socials blueprint that is like I think it's like 90 days of content ideas, different hooks, call to action, different things like that in there. That also comes with master resale rights because I want to offer people who don't have an idea of like where to start different products that are like done for you that they could
Hmm.
edit to their own brand and sell. I struggled
Gotcha.
with that too, like not knowing what do I offer. Like I know I have knowledge. I mean, I like everything from like I like to cook. My kid has an allergy, so we do a lot of like allergy baking. I'm like obsessed with all things birth. I loved my birth experience, so I'm like
Yeah.
birth. I love being a mom. I'm a teacher. Like I feel a little overwhelmed sometimes with the which way to go. So then when I found this, I was like, okay, let's start here. Like I do have the knowledge. I could make a teaching course, but first let me master digital marketing. And then from there, you could just literally like copy and repeat, copy and repeat.
Yeah.
So
Branch off in any way that you want. Yeah. I think for me too, I have so many ideas.
yeah,
Like all of my interests, I'm like, oh, I could do something with that. Like I know how to do this now. And so I can,
right.
you just want to branch off so much, but it's just very overwhelming at the same time because there's so many things. My husband actually today was like, okay, so you need to just like sit down and write down all of your ideas on a piece of paper because you don't want to forget them.
That's a good idea.
But like there are so many that you have.
I mean, my husband laughs at me because he's like, if you buy one more thing or you do one more thing, I'm like, this is it. We've had a candle. I wanted to start a candle business, a shirt business. We've had multiple blogs. I have like ADHD brain, but I'm like, you could do it with
Yeah.
digital marketing because it just like collapses time for you. So
Mm-hmm.
crazy with the automations and stuff. It's really neat. It's interesting to keep learning. I'm a teacher, so I like to learn. So once I figure out things, it's like fun to talk about them.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, my mom's a teacher, and so I can see that too. Yeah. But I always just like to keep learning too. And
Mm.
I feel like I kind of get lost in motherhood sometimes, and all I want to do is learn something new. So this is really nice to be able to branch off and be like, okay, I'm gonna put this on the side, and this is another part of my um I don't want to say like personality, but like
Right.
another part of me that is not just a mom sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice because I feel like I can get something done. Whereas
Yeah.
like if I try to clean the house, then it's going to get messy again right after or something. Or if
Or
my
you don't
kid
get
eats,
finished holding something.
yeah, Yeah, or if like my kid's done eating lunch, then 2 minutes later he wants a snack or, it just seems like
Yes.
it's
It takes
never
forever.
ending.
It really is.
Yeah, but with this, it feels like, "Oh, I got this digital product done and I can
Right.
post about it," and even just posting the 3 times a day or however many times a day that you post on social media, it feels like I accomplished something and I got something done. So,
Right.
that's so great.
And I feel
And
like
I
too, we've talked about like, okay, like if we get to the point, well, I'm saying when we get to the point that I can be 100% stay at home, I'm like, I have to have something to do still because I'm such like a go getter that I would be bored. I was like, I have to have
yeah,
something. And it needs to be something like this where really you are only giving 1 to 2, maybe, I mean, depending on what you're doing, 1 to 2 hours per day.
yeah.
So it checks a lot of boxes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's great. And you can also do those things like in the early morning or like when the kids go to bed or whatever. But yeah, I really like that too. The flexibility of it. It's really
Yeah,
awesome.
it's nice. Sometimes
Hmm.
I don't post until like 9 or 10 o'clock once they're asleep, but then sometimes I'll like I'm going to Starbucks. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Probably see me with my waters all the time. I'll just like take a few minutes for myself, and it just gives me like a almost like I need to get out of the house for a few minutes so I can have a few minutes to do my thing, and then I come back like a little refreshed. So, and
Oh,
another
yeah.
great thing I feel like is amazing about digital marketing is the connections that you make with people. Is
Hmm.
as like being home all the time, like we're home a lot. So like I don't really get out of the house much. I don't talk to a ton of people, but it's been amazing, especially like our community that we've built. It's been awesome
Oh,
to feel like
yeah.
people and get to know people. And I'm like, I have made friends online.
Yeah.
Fun.
It's so awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy it too, especially the community and the learn and earn profits because it just seems like everybody's cheering each other on. It's not like trying to be competitive or anything. It's
Right.
very let's cheer each other on and we've made a small little group together where we're cheering each other on and helping each other out with really anything that will help with engagement and stuff. So that's been really
It's been fun.
really yeah, it's fun and we get to know each other a little more and make friends, but also our businesses are thriving because we have so much interaction with them and so it's great.
Yeah, it's been
So,
I feel like that
mhm.
piece, especially for me, I can kind of get in I'm like an instant gratification person. So like I can get down kind of easily if I don't like see I need to see like progress. And so
Yeah.
previously, like when I first started in like affiliate marketing, I didn't really have I had one friend that I chatted with, but I I would get down really, really easily because I really wasn't having any engagement on my page or anything like that. And so it's been
Yeah.
nice to be able to have like accountability too. Like, okay, I need to get into the group and chat. I need to post. If I go like missing off the face of the earth and I'm not like, if I was to just stop, you guys know me. So you'd be like, hey, get back to it. So like,
Yeah.
I feel like I need like the community piece. So yeah, it's been really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I think it's great too and it has been really fun. Um can you share a recent success story with us? Any small success story or big, either or.
Yeah, I had a really cool conversation with a lady yesterday, and she like messaged me like she wanted to learn more about like what I was offering, and we chatted back and forth, and we started talking about her business that she currently has and how the Learn and Earn Profits course would help her because she wanted to learn like email campaign and whatnot. She wasn't quite ready to like make the jump, but she was like, I'm coming back to this. And then she said something that I was so touched by it because I was like, this is why. She said, you're the first person that's actually helped me when I needed help. And I was like, this is really cool. Like I just felt so moved by that because I was like, wow, like I have been on the other side. I have talked to people who have been really, really short and haven't given me any information. And it's
Yeah.
like, here, just click on this. But I've also talked to people who have been really helpful. And you can tell that they're not just like trying to make a sale. Like they're really trying to see, like, is this a good fit for you? Or does this course, like, would this course or would my product fit for what you're looking for? And I just felt like she felt that from me. And I was just like, this is honestly worth more than somebody clicking my link or me gaining another follower or whatnot. So I thought that was really neat. And that just kind of gave me some motivation to keep going.
Yeah, that's awesome. Definitely the connection with your audience helps for sure. And just having those people reach out to you and being able to help them
Right.
is a really great feeling for sure. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. So that's great. Good job. That's awesome. Um, we have time for one more question. What is a piece of advice that you would share with someone just starting out with digital marketing or like on the fence about it? What do you think?
Somebody just starting out, I feel like, and honestly, I feel like I've been like telling myself this too at the same time. At first, it's a lot of information, especially if you like. So for me, I feel like it's been like years coming. Like I've kind of been building up to it. But if you like got on social and you were like, people are making money online, I'm going to learn how. Like it can be overwhelming with the information, but it's like one day at a time. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like we were chatting earlier, like I have so many things and so many different ideas, and I need to make reel covers, and I need to make a live, and it's like so much. But like it doesn't all have to be done this week. It doesn't have to all be done today. So like just like one step ahead of where you were yesterday. And actually, I think they said this in the legendary training. He said, and I just keep telling myself this, you don't need to know everything. You need to know 10% more than the people that you're talking to. And I literally have been telling my husband that because he's trying to get into like he's into cybersecurity and he's trying to learn. And I'm like, there's not a ton of training, ironically, structured training online. And I was like, make a training. He's like, I don't know enough. And I said, you know more than me. Like you
Yeah.
I'm like, you could do this for cybersecurity. And I just keep going back. I don't have to know everything. I have to know 10% more than the people that I'm talking to. And then you just keep going from there. So just take it one day at a time, I would say, and just keep stepping forward.
That's great. I love that. I don't remember that from the training, so I'm glad you brought it
Right.
up.
Hear from them, but I heard it from somewhere around that time. And I just have kept that in my mind. 10%. And when I get discouraged, I'm just 10. There's somebody who was right behind us. There's somebody who's right behind you that are coming
Mm-hmm.
along. Either they're like 10 steps behind you or they're right there. Like that's kind of what prompted me to make the social bundle because I was like, well, I struggled with like trying to figure out what to post. And sometimes it become a stressor and I didn't know. I would get to the point where I'm like, well, I just don't want to because that's too much to think about. But then
Yeah.
I found like ways to come up with different things to post and that takes off the pressure. So like right behind me almost.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I was feeling the overwhelm today actually because I was talking to my husband about all the ideas that I had. And so that's great advice. I love that. And just taking it one step at a time is how you're going to get to those goals way down the line
Right.
because you're not just going to jump from where you are right now to that goal for sure.
Yeah.
And so it's just like I just always think of those like little memes where it has like a stick figure walking upstairs. And it's
Yeah.
like, this is you now, and then this is you in the future, or whatever, and you're just like way further along on the stairs. And
Right.
so, yeah, I just love that. And I just need to keep that in perspective as well because I keep trying to jump too far ahead. And it's just, yeah, just
And then
got to
I actually was it
calm
today.
down.
I think it was today. I was on Michelle's live and she was talking about how like to where she got to now. It's been like 4 years in the making.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like especially on social media because actually I just posted about this in my story. I feel like people are showing the beauty. Like you always see the perfection. And so of course they're going to show you like, okay, I made this much money in a month. Okay, but like how far are you? Like it's not your first month. Have you been doing this for 6 years? Like there's so many pieces that are missing. And I feel like if we can grasp the wrong things and get like false hope. So like just
Yeah.
it does take work. Like it is hard. Like,
Hmm.
but I think the benefits of it outweigh by far like the hard work that you put into it. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes
Yeah.
sense. You know what I mean? Like once
Yeah.
you reach that point where like you can quit your job, like my doctor said it today too. Michelle said it too. She said you're going to choose your hard. She was talking about working out. She said you need to work.
Oh,
She said you need to start working out. You're going to choose your hard. Michelle was saying the same thing. Being broke is hard. So you're either going to choose your uncomfortableness of learning how to be on camera and learning new skills now, or you're going to continue to live broke. And I'm like,
Yep.
we're not doing that.
Yeah. And that goes really with everything. Like, are you gonna I really like that analogy because I use it all the time too in my
Yeah,
head and with other people obviously, but um yeah, choosing your heart is definitely um
it's a good
it's
one.
just one of those things that's just kind of mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So,
Mindset can be tough.
yeah, for sure.
It's like a mental battle constantly.
Mhm. Yep. Is there anything else you would like to say about digital marketing or anything that you think we're missing?
The only thing I think I could add maybe is just like the if the somebody's on the fence about it, like definitely do the due diligence and reach out to somebody who's in that field or in that niche that you're interested in, who's doing digital marketing, and have a conversation with them because there's so much potential. And again, I was talking about this on my stories. Like it seems like there's a ton of people doing it or everybody's doing it, but everybody's story is different. So like that's something that I kind of have struggled with. It's like, who's going to listen to me or who's going to buy from me? And then I've really been trying to like loosen up a little bit and be my own self because everybody is attracted to somebody for a different reason. And your story might just be something that connects with somebody else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. We're talking about people's stories. Right. I just think about like even the girls that I've chatted with before I purchased master resale rights and or the master resale right program and who I purchased from and why. But I also chatted to like chatted with like 4 or 5 other girls. There's obviously a reason why I went with the girl that I went with and purchased through her because she was more like she connected to me more. Like I related to her differently. So just like that piece of like not being in your head of like, oh, no one's gonna listen to me or what do I have to offer? Like, don't let that stop you. Oh, I love that. Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, right. Not a natural. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of podcasts, are talking to somebody who's telling their story, but they're already successful, right? I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not successful because I'm doing more now than I was at the beginning of the year. Like that, there's a big progress, but I'm not talking from a place that like I've reached my goal of like quitting my job. Like I'm still in the thick of it. So yeah, I really love that. I really liked that idea that you guys started with this podcast. I actually just I purchased the lipo course. I think yesterday was 5 weeks ago. Yeah, I started Legendary. I think I bought it in February. I think I did like February, March, April, May, and then stopped for the summer. And then I just purchased the lipo course. So Sunday, I like took 3 or 4 days and like binged the content. And I think I posted on Sunday 5 weeks ago for the first time. But at this time, previously when I was like doing affiliate marketing, I was pushing for 3 times a day, 2 or 3 times a day. I felt like I got burnt out. So now I'm like one solid post and I'm really trying to like hone in on my content and get on my stories more because I was not doing that previously. I don't I'm kind of private with like I don't on my personal page and stuff. I don't really show my kids. Like I don't really like even now, like if you go on my page, you probably wouldn't know like where I live or anything. Like I don't even like show stuff in my house. Like I'm very private with my stuff. So I'm trying to like come out of my shell a little bit with talking because it's a little weird when you see like 1,300 people have seen your video. Or I had one that had like it was like a Lego one I did like back at the beginning of the year, and it had like 20K, and I was like, I got a little creeped out. I was like, this is so weird. In the scheme of things, it's like small for a amount of people on the earth, but like I don't know. I just was like it's a little odd 'cause, like my personal page is like 200, 300 people and it's on private. It's like I know everybody and it's a little odd. Right. Yeah. It's a little yeah, it definitely is odd. Now I'm trying to like I've been trying to get my husband to do them with me. I'm like, "Come on." And like just experiment more with different like transitions and stuff. I like technology and tech. Like I used to like joke around that I should have gone into like film and stuff because I used to always make videos and stuff. I haven't mastered the real thing because I'm not there, but I like that kind of stuff. Like setting up a funnel, I love that kind of stuff. I love figuring like, oh, this link's not working, let me figure it out. So this is like right up my alley with that kind of stuff. It's all technology, so it's okay. But yeah, it's fun. I forced them the other day. I was on my stories and I was like, "Get ready, you're gonna answer my question." And I like turned it to him and I was like, "Answer." And then I was like, "Do a couple of reels with me." He's like, "All right." And I like attract more people than me. No. Oh yeah. He was having fun with that. So I'm like, I'll let you be my special guest sometimes. Fun. Me. Of course. Thank you.
You've just listened to an episode of Her Vision, Her Empire. We upload a video every single week, so don't forget to hit subscribe or follow to not miss out on future content. If you'd like to support our podcast, we would absolutely love it if you left a review or shared it with someone you know that would benefit from this content. Links to our socials are found below in the show notes, and thanks again for listening. Until next time.